besides pastor a local church, is I'm also a state rep for a recovery ministry called Celebrate Recovery. And God has expanded my ministry even beyond the borders of Vermont. Now I have Northern New York and New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I'm called there. I haven't been called there. It's getting to be real work now, but it gives me this wonderful opportunity to talk to pastors in all denominations, in all different kinds of churches, with all different kinds of congregations, all different cultures. And so I use those opportunities to learn, because they have information that I can deploy here in my own church and make this a better experience, and even more importantly, a better place where we can raise disciples for Jesus. Salvation is really only one step in the process, and I think churches are far better served to remember that salvation should be the beginning of a lifelong process, and not just the thing that we do. So anyway, I talked to these other pastors quite a bit. I asked them everything they're willing to answer, I asked. So I asked them about their finances. I asked them about how they run their boards, about what their business meetings are like, what their week-to-week services might be like, how they deal with young people and infants, and all. I asked them anything they'll answer, I asked. As you know, I'm also a leadership development guy. I love developing people. I love raising people up. That's why I like doing shapes courses and leadership classes. And the enemy is robbing modern believers of that thing inside them that tells them that they have gifts and abilities and talents. Instead, they come to salvation and they sit in church every week, and they kind of read the Bible, maybe they do a little prayer, that kind of stuff, but they don't flourish. I want people to flourish in church. I want church to explode with God's gifts and talents and abilities. That's really what churches should look like. And so, one of the questions I ask is, in many different ways, is basically, what is the biggest hurdle that you have in your church nowadays? What is the biggest mountain you have to climb? And the answer comes back in many different ways, depending on how I ask the question, but it's always the same answer. And that is, they believe, my people believe, I have people around me who want to serve, I have people around me who want to be plugged into a church, but they're not on fire. They don't have that passion. They're not serving unto the Lord. They're just serving unto the church. They're just serving unto the pastor. And that's a dangerous thing for a pastor, by the way. You've heard me say it before, and I will say it again. Do not follow me. Do not follow Paul Somerville. I am an imperfect, broken individual, the same as everybody else in this room. I have very, very little to offer you compared to what Jesus Christ has to offer you. I am nothing short of my Savior. Nothing. Okay? Don't follow me. Follow Jesus. And so, I talked to these pastors about what our greatest need is.